I believe everything happens for a reason. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because with the belief that everything happens for a reason, it changes your entire experience of life. Why it changes your entire experience of life? Well, because whatever happens, whether good or bad, you can have the belief that it happened for a reason. And knowing the reason is not of importance because it is a belief. And when you believe in something, you don't exactly need to know why, but you need to believe in it. And I believe everything happens for a reason. And the reason why I believe everything happens for a reason is because it lets you move on in life. It stops you from dwelling. It lets you experience emotions, but it doesn't let you dwell on them. So, for example, if you're dealing with a tough time in your life and you're dwelling on the fact that it was hard and you're dwelling on the past, well, then there's a certain point to when it's not just experiencing the emotion and it's not just getting out of your system. You've then reached an unhealthy point, and you've reached a point where it's toxic and a point where you're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting anyone else, you're only hurting yourself, and you're making it difficult for you to move on in life. And so the belief that everything happens for a reason allows you to feel the emotion of something, bad happening, a hardship, a heartbreak, whatever it may be. And it allows you to feel the emotion, but then it allows you to look at it and say, hey, that was a time in my life, it happened for a reason. And along with that belief, it also lets you analyze it and evaluate the situation, what happened, allows you to grow and learn. And I think that's so powerful because life, regardless of what you do, life is going to move forward. And so if you can learn to move with life. Now, I'm not saying that you should never, feel emotions, that you should never, go through hard times and feel that. But there's always a healthy grieving point. And a lot of people go past this healthy grieving point to an extent that they're hurting themselves and that they're not able to move on in life. And it can scar people. And that's really unhealthy. The best things that we can do from things, and another thing that I always remind myself of, is that we can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. And so that again is also something that I strongly believe in and something that's helped me so much in life, because it is really true. We cannot control what always happens to us, but we always decide how we react to it. If something bad happens to me and I choose to respond negatively over and over and over again, how can someone expect something positive to come from negatively reacting? It doesn't work like that. It's just not logical. But if we can learn that everything that happens to us is not of our choice, and some things, you don't have control over, but you have control of your response and your reaction to it, where you go from it, if you learn from it, if you don't learn from it. That is always up to you, and you are the decider of that. And sometimes I understand that it's harder than others, but with the belief that everything happens for a reason, and that we can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we react and respond, learning how to implement those beliefs and making them habitual can be really powerful and impactful in your life.